Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle, and today I'm going to be talking about all of the Kindle Unlimited books I have downloaded right now. So I am a huge Kindle Unlimited fan, and I've seen quite a few people doing this recently, and I wanted to jump in on the trend. So if you're unaware of what Kindle Unlimited is, it's a subscription service through Amazon. It's $11.99 a month, and it gives you access to download all of the Kindle Unlimited ebooks. You have unlimited access to them throughout that month. Not all ebooks are included in the Kindle Unlimited subscription. It does have to have that Kindle Unlimited tag on it, but there are so many different options that you would never be able to read all of them. I've been using Kindle Unlimited consistently for about 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. I've read so many good books through there, and I would not give it up for anything. There are always free trials that you can sign up for to see if you like it. I did a bunch of free trials before I decided to pay for 2 years in advance, and I think I'm on almost my second year of that 2-year right now. Kindle Unlimited is especially good if you're looking for indie authors. They tend to put all of their stuff on there. So for the way KU works, you download the book and you start reading, and the authors get paid for the amount of pages that you read. So I like to go all the way back to the cover page and then go all the way to the end of the book once I'm done with it so that they can get the full amount that they're owed. Although I would say don't go skipping through really quickly because it does track the amount of time that you've been reading, and if you start clicking through, the authors won't get paid for those pages. But Kindle Unlimited is a great service and I do really love it. I have 9 books downloaded right now. I think the max you can have out is 20 at a time. And quite a few of these, I have no idea really what they are. They either looked good by the cover or I heard somebody talking about them and I just downloaded it so that I could go back later and look and see what it was all about. So I'm just going to go through these really quickly and let you know what I have downloaded. First up, I'll start with A Little Drop of Blood by Clio Evans. This is the 12th book in her Creatures Cafe series, and I am actually currently reading it right now. This one is a male-male romance between a vampire and a human, and I'm really enjoying it. It is super spicy, and I can't wait to finish it. The next one that I have downloaded, which I'm actually also reading right now, is Valentine's Slave by Elizabeth Douitsis. I'm probably saying that wrong, and I'm very sorry if I am. This one I actually hadn't heard much about. I was looking up some Valentine's romances since it's almost Valentine's Day and I wanted to get in the spirit, and I saw this one and it sounded interesting. So the tagline is, "What will she do when a dark, handsome stranger offers her $50,000 to be his Valentine's slave?" So for this one, I'm only like 4 chapters in, so I haven't really gotten into the nitty-gritty of it yet, but it sounds like Ava, who is 30, is desperate. She's working late nights and crashing on people's couches to survive, and for a last resort, she needs some money and makes a profile on a sugar daddy website. And she hopes for a rich 90-year-old who won't be able to walk, let alone get it up, but she ends up meeting 40-year-old Valentino, who has no connection with others except for once a year on Valentine's Day when he unleashes the beast inside and lets himself go wild with a stranger. Normally, he only uses them for 1 day, but this time he's caught sight of Ava and he wants her to be his Valentine's slave for the whole week. It sounded interesting, so I figured I'd give it a try. So far, so good. We'll see how it goes. The next book that I have downloaded, which I've had downloaded since July, I've been meaning to read it, I just have not gotten around to it, is Sticks and Stone by Grace McGinty. This is part of her Penalty Box Players books, and it is a hockey romance, and I've really been loving hockey romances. So I've read quite a few of Grace McGinty's books before. She does a lot of paranormal romances, and I'm just excited to get into a hockey romance from her. This one follows Nova Stone, who was a ghost in her own life until a knock at the door changed her world. So she's applying for guardianship of her half-brother, who she didn't know existed, and she meets 2 of his uncles who are ice hockey players. They wanted to have custody of her brother and were willing to pay millions for him. They figured it would be better for everybody if her and her brother moved into their mansion with them, and they were super helpful and also hot, which was definitely a problem. Nova wants to do right by her and her brother, but how is she supposed to choose in the end? So this is a reverse harem, so she's not going to end up having to choose. And I absolutely love reverse harems, so I can't wait to see more from Grace McGinty. Then next book that I have downloaded is Rut Bar by Alexis B. Osbourne. I talked about this in my new releases video that I was really excited about. It just came out on February 1st, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So Rut Bar is a low stakes, high feels, ultra steamy MMFM Omegaverse romance. Totally right up my alley, and I cannot wait to pick this one up. This one follows Veronica, who owns a bar, and I guess they're getting audited, and she starts feeling things for the auditor, who she should not be liking, as well as two of her bartenders, and some stuff goes on, and I really don't want to spoil anything else for myself, so I don't want to look too far into this, but I've liked Alexis Osbourne's books before, so I'm really hoping I'll like this one too. And then next up, in a series that I have been wanting to finish for a little bit now, that books keep coming out and I'm just getting further and further behind in, is A Duel with the Vampire Lord by Elise Kova. This is a darkly reimagined Snow White meets inspiration from Beauty and the Beast, with vampires in an epic fantasy world of enemies to lovers, found family, and deep lore. I've really enjoyed the other books in this series, and I'm hoping to enjoy this one too. So it sounds like we're following Florian, and she is protecting the vampire hunters. One night her brother is dying at the hands of a vampire lord, and she wants to defend him. So she goes in and ends up getting kidnapped and brought to the vampire castle, but the vampire actually doesn't want to kill her. He actually wants her to be his bride. This one sounds really interesting, and I've loved Elise Kova in the past, and I really hope to love this one too. Next up, again with the vampire theme going on, I have Empire of the Vampire by Kristoff. I have read this one before. I've actually just downloaded it so that I could read it again before Empire of the Damned comes out in March. I'm really excited for that one. I have given Empire of the Vampire 5 stars when I read it, and I'm really excited to reread it to get into the next one. This follows Gabriel. He is a silver saint. He is protecting the realm from vampires, but he gets captured and he's in prison right now. He's actually telling his story to a vampire who is writing it down so that the rest of the world can know of his feats and everything like that. And this is him telling us what has gone on in his life before on his search for the Holy Grail. I'm very excited that this one was on KU. I didn't realize it at first. I thought I was going to have to physically reread that whole 700-page book again, but this will make it a lot easier as I do have more time to read ebooks than to actually sit on the couch and physically read. At least this way I can pick it up wherever I go and I don't have to lug around that huge book. Next up, I have downloaded Forever My Valentine by Lucy Darling. This is an 80-page Valentine's novella, pretty much the only reason why I downloaded it. So this one seems to be an age gap romance where both the hero and heroine have been pining over each other for a while, but neither knows that the other likes them, and this is their chance to finally be together. Hopefully this will be a fun, quick Valentine's read, and I can't wait to pick it up. Next up, I also have downloaded Signs of Cupidity by Raven Kennedy. This is the first book in the Heart Hassle series. So this series is a slow burn, why choose fantasy rom-com, and the main heroine is a Cupid who is feeling a little bit stifled by her job right now. She's been responsible for a little bit of terrible matchmaking, and her bosses blame her for it. She's been exiled to the Fae world, and while she's there, she accidentally attacks a Fae prince with love arrows. What she didn't expect was for him to retaliate and that she would be pushed into the physical realm. Now this Cupid has a real body and she is ready to get some. I'm very excited for this one. I've heard good things about the series as a whole, and I really do like Raven Kennedy. I've read 3 out of the 5 books in the Plated Prisoner series. I do need to catch up with that one, but hopefully since this is a finished series, I can finish this and then maybe go back and read Guild and the rest of them again. Then the last book that I have downloaded right now through KU is Serpentine Valentine by Giana Darling. I know very little about this book, but I saw Samantha from Books with Samantha talking about this one. She did a whole vlog, and apparently it's like her favorite book of the year so far, so I figured I would pick it up and give it a try. I did not even read the synopsis, so I'm just gonna quickly look at the tagline for it because I don't want to spoil anything for myself, but I do know that this is a FF romance. But from what I can see, it is a sapphic dark academia Medusa retelling about a woman who was wronged by her idols and refused to pay the price without getting revenge. I do love a good revenge story, and I'm super excited for another sapphic romance, and I can't wait to pick this one up. I hope I love it as much as Samantha did. But those are all the books that I have downloaded from KU right now. I'm super excited for them, and I hope to love them all. But that's it from me today, guys. If you use KU, let me know in the comments below what you have downloaded, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye!